The art of the Neil. So we have a deal with China. Tariffs are being slashed. And all this time, the market's rallying and people are excited, which sounds great. But there's a problem. And the problem is that there is no deal. What we've done is de escalate an over escalated situation so that instead of insanity, we're still back down to dumbassery. So, in case you don't remember, when Trump came out and held that big, beautiful sign up with all of those tariffs, China was at 34%. So now, after this meeting, we've gone from 145% down to 30%. So the UK deal started with tariffs at 10% and are now at 10%. There hasn't been a change from that big sign he held up. And it was that big sign that caused the whole entire stock market to crash and then the bond market to start crashing. So we've gone from absolutely insanity to dumbassery. Now, the Chinese said, we didn't reach out, he did. We didn't call for concessions, they did. The Chinese said, we will not have a discussion with you. We will not have talks with you unless you lower the tariffs substantially. And we're not selling TikTok. So we're back down from the ridiculously elevated levels to dumbassery levels. So remember that we're not any better. We're not any better than where we were when he shocked us with that big sign. We're exactly where we were with that big sign. And that big sign caused massive chaos. So, one, when you raise a tariff to something ridiculous like 145%, and then you lower it down to 30, that's a psyop. That's like me making a pair of shoes that cost me $10 to make and then selling them to you and saying these are $150, but hey, today they're on sale for 50. You're welcome. It's the same thing. Shock, chaos, shock, and then bring it back down to the original stupid level that it was at before. And people will be like, whew, we're saved. No, you're not. You're in the exact same situation you were when this all started. And since we're at the same levels that this all began at, things aren't going to get better. The economy's not saved. Tariffs are going to cause the exact same amount of inflation that everybody predicted they would when they were first announced. They're still higher than anybody thought that he was going to do. Damage in the economy is still here. The ships have stopped coming from China. And I'm going to talk more about that in a different video. This isn't great news. Is it going to help the stock market in the short term? Yes, it is. Is it stock market going to explode to all-time highs? No, it's not, because we still have high inflation. We have what's going to be extreme inflation from tariffs. That's going to make the Fed not cut rates. Unemployment's still going to go up, not by as much as with 145, but it's still going to go up. We're still heading into a recession. We're still in stagflation right now. Stagflation isn't what we're going into, it's what we're in right now. So, and the stagflation is small at the moment, but it's going to get worse and bigger and bigger and bigger as both the interest and the unemployment starts elevating together, which handcuffs what the Fed can do because they can't do anything in the stagflation scenario. That's why it's so scary. They can't step in and help. So It's all great news until you take a look at it and realize it's not that great. We are actually just at the exact same place where we started. So if you get that perspective and all those scenarios, the economists and financial analysts and Wall Street were all saying, oh no, we're still from holy moly back down to oh no. But just because we've stepped down the ladder of escalation doesn't mean we're in a good place. We're not. We're not in a good place. Like I said, in the short term, this is going to help. We're still going into a recession. This will help slow that entrance, right, into and as the recession grows. As we're in the recession and the recession expands, this is going to slow the expansion of our recession, but not by a lot. We're still moving into it. And with the tariffs at the original rate where they are now, China's 4% underneath the 34 ridiculous percent, we're still going to be going into a recession. Nothing's saved. There's no hallelujah. There's no hurrah. There's no hooray. We're still screwed.